The NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, has been busy. He's been busy galvanizing the party's base in the 4-day tour of the Volta region. President Mahama, during his engagements there, lamented the growing performance of the NPP in what should be the NDC's political home turf. In his interactions with chiefs, people and party executives, Mahama took a dig at a number of national issues, including the non-existent Keta port. Our Komla Kluche reports John Mahama is urging the people of the Volta region to speak up against the disgust of the government's performance. Take a listen.
It's full of lies and promises. So on 18th, they will launch the manifesto of lies and tell you, we're coming to do this for you, we're coming to do this for you. But they say, first fool, second fool, who is the third fool? The third fool is the real fool. One child, one egg. One child, one chocolate. Keta alakpai. This finance minister they brought just yesterday, he is not part of those who have put us where we are. They got him, okay, you go and apologize. It's not his apology we want. He just came. Those who must apologize are, number one, Jack Toronto. Number two, the one who must apologize is the head of the solid economic management team, Dr. Bawumia. Even whatever apology they give, Ghanaians must send them back into opposition. We either change or do more of the same. We are dissatisfied with more of the same. So definitely something must give. Change must happen.
I can now bring in Komla Kluche, who's joining us live from the Volta region. Komla, good evening to you. Thank you so much for staying up for us. But give us a quick wrap of this tour of the Volta region.
Well, John Mahama started 4 days ago. That was the Tuesday. He started from the North constituency, that Japan specifically. You know, that's like a no-go area for anybody one exception of Samuel Okudzeto Black White David, because of the numbers he's been able to pull in the last elections. He's been able to garner, and there's even a target for him to reach, 94% and over this time around. He was in the 90s in the 2020 elections, and so number of people who poured out on the street, the supporters, mind you, has been one of the very few MPs who has been doing really very well, and who also received a lot of praise from John Mahama. We started off from there, then went into the whole West constituency. Then we went to the Central constituency, then came back to the whole Central constituency, where he had that town hall meeting, where for the very first time he spoke, in explaining what the no fee free using facility would entail. Then we had a break the following day. We had to go towards the Kokwa area, and we started off first from the Afajato constituency, Afajato South constituency, then to Kokwa, then we came to Pando, and then the others did all those ones. But I mean, in all of this, I must say that one of the very few things that I think the people of the Volta region do appreciate about John Mahama is about the fact that he was able to identify with them. And if I say identify, mind you, he speaks a number of languages. And so in getting to the Volta region, he spoke, and even in that soundbite that you played a short while ago, you could hear him say that Alakbato, which in translated in the English language means lies, and all that. He was able to speak, and even to the extent that even today, his own sister Hawa, joined him when he got to the south. That's from the Sugakope area all the way to the Keta and then Anglo constituencies, where she also charged the crowd that, look, John Mahama is one of us. Mind you, the stepmom, the late stepmom, was ever.
Right.
And so the siblings all joined together with him, in speaking to the people. And so in terms of identifying, yes, it did. And also the fact that he was able to speak other languages. But the issue that borders the Volta region has to do with their economy and also the issue of roads. The things he's been speaking about, one, the construction of the Volta road network, a very bad road, which, for so many years has been left really undone. He says that it is important, it's vital, and it will also boost the economy of the area, right from the Aflau side through to the Hokwo side. And this is what he's going to do. Already there's an existing market who intends to build what they call the Sigame in the south, which is Aflau, so that it connects all the way to here.
Very well. Now, Komla, you also report that he spoke about the fluke named Keta Port. What did he say?
Well, this is a project that, we are aware that for about 7.5 years, there's been the appointment of a director of the port who, was to oversee the construction of the port. We understand he's been drawing salaries allegedly. Well, what has been left of the place? If you're driving in that enclave, the only thing you could see is just the signages of the place. And the signages, does not put up anything. There's containers. If you've been to the port, those containers that carry cars and stuff. We have some administration block of the salt that is there, made from this container. And he says, how do you, start with the building of an administration when what really the port should entail should be even where the canoes or the ships and others will dock, where they will have they will have coastal stored. And so he's saying that they are going to commit some audits into the project, and whoever is found culpable, the person would pay for it dearly.
Indeed. Let's take a listen to that.
GAPOHA is a partner to MPS, and so GAPOHA receives dividends or a share of the profits from the new port. Since that port was built, GAPOHA has earned almost $200 million from the new port. First, they took $70 million of that money and went and put it into Bankra port. $70 million of GAPOHA's profit from the port that they said Mahama had sold. They took it and went and put it in Bankra port. Now they're taking another $8 million and said they're coming to build administration block for Keta port. When we come, we're going to audit Keta port. We're going to investigate it. Anybody who has chopped money there, we'll hold them accountable.
Now, the NDC flag bearer has also been speaking to preparations towards the elections by the Electoral Commission.
The Electoral Commission will begin the exhibition of the voters' register. Everybody who registered, please take a few minutes to go and check and make sure your name is in the register. Because on 7th December, we don't want you to go to the polling station and they'll say your name is not in the register. So please take a few minutes and go and check your name. Apart from that, I want to draw the attention of the Electoral Commission. In July, they asked all political parties to bring their hard drives so that they could give us a copy of the provisional voters register. The exhibition of the register starts in 4 days. We should have received those provisional registers by now so that we can help our members to check if their names are there. They have asked us to come today for the hard drives with the provisional register. I'm calling on the Electoral Commission to make sure that we get the hard drives with the provisional registers today so that we can send them to the constituencies and let our executive start helping our people to check and make sure their names are there.
Well, our Komla Kluche is still with us. Komla, we also know that the NDC's flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, spoke about the controversy around the Peace Pact, reacting directly to the NDC chairperson, Johnson Asiedu Nketiah's comments. What did he say?
Well, he first makes the point that they have not sat down to take an official position on the matter, but justify the comment of Johnson Asiedu Nketiah. You know, the example that he cited is the fact that, yes, it's just a piece of A4 sheet that they append their signatures to at Movenpick, and they drink tea, take the biscuit and all that. But the real deal has to do with what's on the ground. But if the Peace Council and those involved calling for the signing of a peace pact do not ensure that whatever they sign trickles down to, you know, the actualities, then it makes absolutely no sense. A case in point is the Techiman issue, where some 8 or so people died. Let's listen to what John Mahama had to say with respect to this issue.
I read the statement made by our chairman this morning, and even though it is not a decision that we have sat and taken, I can understand the position he's coming from. He's talking about justice and saying that we should not glorify just signing a peace pact without acting to make sure that peace exists. Because when we sign a peace pact and people gun down 8 of our compatriots and nobody cares, no investigation is taking, no compensation is made, then what was the use of signing the peace pact? And so I can understand where he's coming from. But of course, we haven't sat and taken a definite decision on that. But I do think that those who normally clamor about signing peace pacts, getting us to go to Movenpick Hotel, serve small chops and drinks, and then we think that just by signing that paper, everything is going to be okay. He's telling them that everything will not be okay unless we go further than just the signature on the peace pact. So I think that's the message.
Komla Kluche, I'm going to have to say thank you for the great work that you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, tonight, Chairman of the NPP, Stephen Team, has also flagged the NDC Chair, Johnson Asiedu Nketiah, for those comments as well. But I spoke earlier with Deputy Communications Officer of the opposition party, Malik Bazentale, who hit back. Take a listen.
They can decide to condemn everybody in the NDC. In fact, they can decide to condemn the entire NDC. As for signing that pact, we will not sign it. And we will not sign it because we have signed pacts in previous elections, and they obviously haven't yielded any results. We signed a peace pact in 2020. At the election grounds, more than 8 people died. Techiman Saf, they killed people. Savulugu, they killed people. Zabzugu, they killed people. And not a single investigation has been conducted in all those things. The president, in fact, hasn't commented on all those deaths in this country. And so we don't know what signing a peace pact does to the democracy of this country. Before we went into the Ayawaso Westwalk election, the NDC engaged in peace talks in this country. Not a single one was adhered to. We rather got there as a peaceful party. And then what we saw there was that people came in their numbers, brutalized people, vandalized the entire election, and caused the NDC to withdraw because, of course, we came there unprepared for any sort of violence.
Right.
We had to withdraw because we didn't want people to lose their lives. So if the MPP wants us to sign the peace pact, if the Peace Council wants the NDC to engage in signing the peace pact, first of all, people like Brian Champon should be arrested with immediate effect because they have started beating war drums in this country. If Brian Champon is not arrested, they should forget about engaging us in signing the peace pact because we are ready for the election.
Well, that was an earlier interview between myself and Deputy Communications Officer of the NDC, Malik Bazentale.